Good morning. Well, I don't know if it's the best system in the world, but it sure beats mob rule, which is what it would be if the Electoral College wasn't there. But I'm not exactly sure how the system works. Like, I understand that population dictates how many electoral votes you get. And how much does that change with population shifts? Here in New York, because so many people have fled, they had to redistribute the districts because there's not as many. And people who had their own districts for years now had to fight each other. The example I can give you is Jerry Nadler and Carolyn Maloney. They were next to each other for years. Then, because of the population change and the redistricting, now they were at each other. And Jerry Nadler came out on top. Why, I don't know. The man wears his pants up to fucking here and looks like he shits himself when he walks. But that's a whole different story. That's got nothing to do with the EC. So I think it needs to be tweaked population-wise, and I think the number has to be tweaked a little bit. But other than that, yeah, it keeps you from mob rule. Unfortunately, on a state-by-state basis, it's still a majority rule. In other words, here in New York, the majority of people voted for Kathy Hochul. The problem is the majority of people live in New York City. So the entire state can be red, but New York City is dictating. And that's because of everybody sees the state go red, but the population in those counties aren't that big. They're not. So it's just you have to win New York City. If you don't win New York City, you're not winning anything. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Booyah.